What up, blockheads? So I want to say this is going to be a short episode because I know I don't have a lot of record time, but I don't actually know if that'll be true. Guess we'll see how it goes. Yeah, my original plan was to get on the bike, go check the mail, get some gas before this freaking hurricane comes in and hits us. But this bike wasn't wanting to start for me, so I kind of got it to start up, and I took it around my community. Every time I let it go down to idle, it kind of dies. So I'm thinking it's a battery. It sounds like it's a battery because it's kind of having some trouble starting. I haven't run it in like a week because I've been out of town. And the reason I've been out of town is because of life. Because life decided to get heavy. I looked over there, I thought it was rain, but it's a sprinkler that's on. Thank God. That would suck. It's like all dry here, and look right there, and rain. Seems to be running okay now. Yeah, I think it was just the battery was starting to die on me because, like I said, I haven't run in a week. I don't have it on a tender or anything like that. Anyways, you guys give me a second. I will be right back because I'm gonna shut this thing off and then try and turn it back on. And if it cranks up, then we'll go ahead and go for a ride. If not, it'll be a garage vlog. So, BRB. So, dude, I'm cutting you, bruh. Whoops. I don't know why the bike, it just does that sometimes, you know? It's like whenever you're stuck in traffic, it just kind of finds its way, you know, makes a way in traffic. It's got a mind of its own. It's crazy. Anyways, like I was saying earlier, turned the bike off, got it running. Well, it cranked right back up, so I guess that is one less worry for the week. Like I was saying beforehand, it has been a heavy week. Incredibly heavy week. And let me start off with some advice. And that advice is... Give me a second. I gotta concentrate in the turn, you know? Yeah, so that advice is, if you've got parents and you haven't talked to them in a while, call them. Call them and talk to them. Even if you have beef, if you've got stuff that's between you guys, it's keeping y'all from talking, let it the hell go. Call them and talk to them, because you never know what day is going to be the last day. You never know when it's going to be just a normal Tuesday, and then all of a sudden you get a phone call saying that one of your loved ones has had something terrible happen to them, you know? If you guys keep up with my Instagram at all, you'll know that recently I posted up that a member of my family is, I didn't really get into specifics, but I'll give a little bit of insight in this episode. But I posted up on Instagram basically saying that I had a family emergency and that I'm taking a bit of a hiatus. And so this video is kind of going over that and things incoming in the week that are also going to cause me to take a hiatus. Those of you that don't know what hiatus means, here's the definition on the screen for you. It's basically like a prolonged break. Now, the reason I'm taking a hiatus, firstly, is because my family. Family always comes first. Motovlogging is awesome. The Blockhead Moto vlog and the Blockhead community has done amazing, and I have you guys to thank for that. But despite that, all of you guys should agree, family first. You know, it's like I said, you don't know what you have until it's almost gone. I pretty much almost lost my dad this past week, and I've been in the ICU with him for a week since this is a Tuesday that I'm recording this. And he's been in the ICU since last Tuesday, which is crazy. He's a really active guy, and he's got I mean, he's really healthy. What the hell is that noise? And so they're basically saying, like, it's taken quite a while for him to kind of start to get better. And what they're saying is that since he's healthy and he's never really ever sick, that his body is reacting in such a way that it's pretty much fighting off everything, which is causing him to be weaker and heal slower than normal, which sounds weird, right? You would think it'd be the opposite, but not so much. Anyways, it's been a insanely long week, just so much back and forth with him in the ICU. I actually had to come back up to Orlando because I had to handle some things, basically prepare to be hit with a hurricane. I'll probably have this video up before it hits us, just so that it's out there, but I gotta take a break for a little bit, guys. Otherwise, I just can't keep up with all of it, you know? I'm trying to juggle too much. Life gets overwhelming sometimes. But I guess to elaborate more on the dad thing, I don't have like the best relationship with my dad. I mean, I've got a good relationship with him, but it's not like we're best friends or anything. You know, like I know that I can go to him for anything. I know that he'll be there for me. But I don't have as good a relationship with him as I'd like to, you know? Trash. I feel like we used to be a lot closer. But as time kind of went on, you know, we kind of didn't drift apart, but, you know, I just became more independent, and it got to the point where it was kind of like, not that I didn't need him as much, but I don't know, like our opinions and our views kind of started differing. You know, he's a pretty opinionated guy. Please start. Yes. Yeah, he's a pretty opinionated guy, and so it's not that like our relationship, damn it. I always forget the damn kickstand sensor on this thing. Yeah, he's a really passionate guy, you know. Like, to be honest, he should have been like a instructor, a professor, you know. But he loves his job, and you know, it's like we've all kind of told him to retire and slow down, but he loves what he does, and despite us telling him to slow down, he doesn't really, and it kind of caught up to him, you know. But it's not that we have like a terrible relationship, you know. He's made some decisions that I definitely don't agree with, and I let him know, you know, like our family is very, I don't want to say like confrontational, but like if there's a problem, we're not just gonna dance around it, you know. We're gonna talk about it, and we're gonna say that we have a problem with it, and it's just the way our family is, you know. We talk straight up to one another, and it's something that I value a lot in my family, because, you know, there's other families where there'll be something wrong, and it's like everybody just kind of tiptoes around it and won't talk about it, and that's not the way it is with my family at all. You know, if there's a problem, if there's something wrong, you know, we talk about it and we squash it and we solve it, and so to me, that's how it should be. And there's kind of this issue that kind of happened with my dad, well, because of my dad, a little bit ago, and you know, I confronted him about it, and it's the only time that he hasn't ever talked to me about it, you know. And I think the reason he didn't is because he knows he's wrong, you know. And so ever since then, like, our relationship hasn't really been the same. And despite that, like, I still love him, you know. Like, he's family, man. He's my dad. He's given me tons of opportunity. Like, I wouldn't be the person that I am today without him. And I'm not saying that in terms of like, yeah, he's my dad, so I wouldn't be alive. I'm saying that in terms of like, growing up, he instilled a really hard work ethic into, you know, myself as well as my brothers. But we know that he loved us, and, you know, anytime we'd be doing manual labor, or, you know, building a fence, or, you know, planting plants, or digging holes, or whatever the hell he had us doing, he would always tell us, he's like, you guys want to do this for the rest of your life? We'd tell him, hell no. And so he'd be like, all right, well, you better be smart, you better study, you better stay in school. you know? And he's a smart guy. I mean, so he was just trying to instill in us the value of hard work and studying, you know? And so, granted, he didn't go about it the right way, or what I agree with sometimes, we still all came out, you know, very successful, you know, members of society, I guess you could say. So I didn't have, like I said, the best relationship with him beforehand, and it's not that I like, I don't know, avoid him. It's just that, like, I don't know, it just doesn't, opportunities don't come up as much anymore to talk to him. And that's, you know, partially my fault and partially his fault. The phone works both ways, you know. You know, after Tuesday and after, I will admit it, man, you know, like, I teared up, you know. I thought I was gonna lose him. My mom's sitting there beside the bed and holding his hand and telling him everything's gonna be okay, and he's got this huge scar on his chest and just not responding well, and it's like 2 steps forward and 1 step back, so back and forth, you know. And it was really, it is really painful to see him like that, you know, because I've never viewed him as weak. I've always viewed my dad as somebody that's strong, you know, and like both mentally and physically, you know. So to see him in this incredibly vulnerable state just kind of breaks my heart a little bit. If any of you guys have ever been there, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Like I said in the beginning, don't take that for granted. The fact that, you know, if you do have parents, call them and talk to them, you know. Like, I don't know why I'm pretty terrible about calling and talking to people, but, you know, it's definitely something that I need to get better at. But it's definitely made a lot of our family come together, and you really see kind of, you know, who's actually really there for you in a time like this. So, you know, I've tried to be there for my mom, tried to be there for my brother, obviously tried to be there for my dad while he's actually awake, and he's just starting to come to. So one thing I do want to say thank you guys for is whenever I posted up the fact that my family was going through something on Instagram and Facebook, and basically said I had a family emergency and that I'm taking a bit of a break, so many of you guys without question just posted up saying that you guys were keeping my family in your thoughts and your prayers. And I can't tell you guys how much I really appreciate that. I do think that there's a lot of meaning and a lot of power in that positive energy, you know. And I'm not getting all like hippie earth dude, but I mean, I do think there is positive energy out there, you know. There's good vibes and there's negative vibes, and whenever people talk and say like, hey man, you know, we're keeping you in our thoughts, we're keeping you in our prayers, I really think that's positive energy, and I seriously cannot thank you guys enough for that. I've been super fortunate that my job has been really, really understanding, and like, they're just such a great company. I'm super lucky that everybody is as understanding, you know, at my job, because my last job would not be like what my new job is at all. You know, they were way more corporate, and they would basically be telling me like, hey man, you've used all your sick days, you know, time to get back to work. And you know, my new job is basically like, hey dude, like, we understand, family first, do what you got to do, don't think about work at all. And it's just, to me, that's amazing. To me, that's really rare in a company these days. You know, the owner, the CEO reached out to me, and he's emailing me personally, and he's saying, you know, we sent out an email to our entire company, and you know, you guys are in our thoughts and prayers. And God, it's just amazing, man. Like, sorry. Yeah, it's just really incredible. So, like I said, I thank you guys, and just so much to be thankful for, you know. Haven't ridden in a week. Battery was almost dead. Got it started up. It's the little things, man. So second hiatus reason is because I'm sure many of you guys have seen it, but we have a major hurricane looming off the coast, basically projected to come and just hit Florida somewhere. We don't know where yet. The projections show it as either East Coast, West Coast, or straight up the damn state. Perfect timing, Hurricane Irma. Thank you. Got new tires, so I still gotta take it easy. Trying to wear them in. So like I was saying, Hurricane Irma looming off the coast. Shit, really? You guys in that little Civic, dude. Anyways, like I was saying before, I was really interrupted by this tryhard. Got a hurricane off the coast, and it's like a category 5, so it's at like 185 miles an hour last time I checked, and has gusts of like 220 miles an hour, which is just totally insane. I think they say it's like the 5th strongest hurricane on record so far, and it's pretty much guaranteed that it is going to hit the state of Florida. Hitting my brakes for them. So yeah, we're kind of preparing for that, which is always fun. We're like, yay, hurricane incoming. And this isn't one of those hurricanes that we're basically preparing for and saying, okay, hurricane party. This is one of those hurricanes that we're basically kind of looking for a way out depending on which way it goes. This is a hurricane that's going to flatten structures entirely. Because with those force winds, man, like, you don't, like, structures don't stand up to that too often, you know. Like Hurricane Andrew down in Homestead, completely leveled for the most part. I mean, there's a picture of it right here. It's totally insane, you know. And that was I want to say that was a category 5, but just, I don't know, I guess in the same vein of like a heart attack, no pun intended, keep Florida in your thoughts and prayers. So I'm gonna gas up because people are freaking the hell out at the moment about gas and water. Like, there's no water anywhere in the state of Florida. So yeah, no bottled water anywhere in the state of Florida. Gas prices are rising. They've risen like, I want to say over 40 cents in the last like day, which is crazy. People lined up at the pumps and all that stuff. It sucks because I drive a truck. That's pretty full, I'd say. So yeah, people are flipping the hell out, and it's still like, I don't know, a couple days away. We're not even going to get hit until, I want to say like Sunday, and it's, like I said, it's Tuesday. So I mean, I guess it's better to be prepared early on. Totally freaking crazy. Heart attack. My dad's going to be in the hospital while it's still freaking happening, like the hurricane comes through, which sucks. But I mean, hospitals are traditionally safe places to be for hurricanes, right? They got generators and all that stuff. I actually tried to buy a generator today, and everybody is sold out. So kind of sucks. Miss Block was able to go buy some water. Actually, not even water, it was like Propel. I need to get some damn LEDs sorted out for this thing, or HIDs. Check out those new tires though. Michelin Pilot Road 4s. They're supposed to be amazing. pretty highly rated. Just got to break them in so I don't low side when I turn, you know. Actually, when I started this ride, they still had the, you know, the little printing on them still from the factory, so we're getting there. Keep on warming it up. Yeah, sounds good in here. Anyways, like I said, taking a bit of a hiatus. I need the break. Been going hard for a freaking year. It's crazy to think the channel's only been around just over a year. Coming up on 22,000 subscribers. To that, I have to say thank all of you. I really greatly appreciate it. You know, thank you guys beforehand for your continued support, for your patience, and for all the thoughts and the prayers. I can't tell you guys how much it means to both me and my family. So thank you guys. And I may sound a bit, I don't know, like my voice may sound a bit dead, but that's because I've been just abused for a freaking week. Just constantly back and forth and back and forth. But anyways, that's the latest, I guess. Hopefully we all come out pretty unscathed through the hurricane. We'll see. Hoping for the best. Got a couple of plans in place to get the hell out if it takes a turn for the worst. Yeah, we've got a couple plans in place, you know, between myself and my family and Miss Block. Preparing for the worst, hoping for the best. Isn't that how that saying goes? Anyways, I don't expect you guys to enjoy the episode, so I'm not going to say I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. It's pretty depressing, but like I said, thank you guys for all the continued support and the thoughts and the prayers. Hell, you want to show support, hit the like button. If you guys aren't subscribed already, be sure to hit the subscribe button. And until next time, you guys ride safe out there. Stay vigilant. And I'll catch y'all later. Deuces.